Alright, sorry about that. Well, we're back on more Star Rail, and I have a very good reason for this. I know I said we were probably going to play more Rivals, or do more Stardew. We are going to do that at some point, but right now... we're going to continue, and we're going to finish up, I think, 3.1. And I'm just going to talk about the state, you know, of Star Rail, and where I stand on it, and the whole, and what's going on with everything within the gacha space and the gacha community and all that stuff and everything. But before I do that, before I get started on any of that, I do want to remind you guys, if you guys aren't able to catch the streams, that's fine. I do upload all of my streams onto a VODs channel over on YouTube, JBear VODs. So if you don't want to watch them on Twitch, or you prefer YouTube over Twitch or whatever, and you want to watch my streams or catch up on things, go on over there to the VODs channel over on YouTube, okay? But no, so... continuing on with 3.1. And actually, before we even continue on with 3.1, I'm going to head over to, yeah, so 3.0, so yeah, finish 3.0 and then continue on with 3.1. Oh yeah, I'm skipping trivia, I'm not getting trivia. I wasted all my trying to get a Glaya, who I've kind of built a little bit. Now see, this is the one thing I was going to talk about too, is the Divergent universe. Okay. So, my favorite thing to do, or my favorite game mode, in my honest opinion, or the best game mode that this has, is probably the Divergent universe. And that is for the simple fact, there's two reasons why I like it, and I'll kind of go into that in a minute, but I find myself playing a lot of the Divergent universe, or simulated universe. I'm not activating that. Mainly because of the power scaling system, or the level scaling, so it scales everything up to whatever your current, like, max level unit is. So if you have units that you haven't built, or you haven't made yet, you can still run them on a team and kind of experiment and kind of try different characters out and stuff like that, even if you haven't actually got around to actually building them. So it saves you from having to build characters that you're not really sure if they're actually going to be worth it, or if you actually like their kits yet or not. The other main reason why I like the simulated universe and the Divergent universe, which I'll get into that in a minute, I'll touch more on that, is because of the deck building system, the perk building system. So like the perks or the cards, the roguelike, I guess, element you could say. Now, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that yet. Where? Yes, I need to go. Divergent Universe. So I'm going to start off with the Divergent Universe and kind of do a run on that. Okay, yeah, this is for the event. The new event for the Divergent Universe they had there. Okay. I actually really like the perk building system. I think the perk building system is actually a really decent system. Because it allows you to really boost and buff the shit out of your characters, right? With all these passive buffs and these, like, increases and things like that. And I think that's really good. Because it allows you to basically run characters that you otherwise wouldn't run, right? if you're trying to do in-game content and stuff like that, you wouldn't run those characters anyway, because any new character that comes out is automatically going to make previous characters really weak. And in some cases, borderline unusable, right? You don't really have that issue with the Divergent universe, right? One, because level scaling, so again, you don't really have to build characters. If you actually just want to run characters and just have fun, you can just have fun and run the characters you want to run and kind of experiment with team building and stuff like that without really having to spend too much time actually building the characters, right? And it gives you pretty good rewards, in my opinion. Like, you get a lot of decent rewards, I think, for playing that. And then you have the big skill tree, right? The big passive skill tree. I know I'm not really paying attention right now, but... So the rewards are really good. It's really fun. And it kind of gives you the ability to run characters that you want to run, right? And kind of try and test things out. Try to test out teams and things like that. So if you do want to build those characters, you can actually build those characters, right? And build teams, right? Now, the one thing I will say, though, because of the level scaling and the power scaling and stuff like that, if you don't have, like, artifacts, or you don't have, like, light cones or anything built or put on these characters, I think the game automatically gives you, like, a preset, like, little thing for those characters. So because of the power scaling thing, or the level scaling thing. But I think the biggest problem with, like, Star Rail and Zenless and even Genshin, although I will say Zenless hasn't really been affected yet, is really just Hoyoverse itself, right? They are their own worst enemy at this point. I think that's pretty fair to say, right? Because, what they need to do, because I've seen and heard everything about the Castris, leaks and various other content creators, gotcha content creators and everything talking about Castris and how it'll break the game, and I actually happen to agree with them too. Okay? You should not feel like you're forced to spend money in order to have fun, right? Monetization always, in any game, I feel like should be optional, right? Because here's how I view monetization in games, right? One, it should be optional, and two, it needs to be used and seen as a way to reward the developers, right? For making good content, for giving us good stuff, right? So if you're not having fun or whatever in a game, obviously just don't spend money, right? You need to stop spending money. However, the issue with that is you kind of can't do that if the developers basically make most ridiculous, most broken characters ever, right? Because at that point, it's like you really can't skip, right? You're basically like you have to have must pull, and if you don't pull it, then you're just going to be miserable, right? It's just going to be an overall more miserable experience, right? I don't like that. The way that I view monetization and like microtransactions and things in games is I see it as a way to reward the devs or company, vice versa, whatever, when they actually listen to our feedback, take it seriously, and actually improve the game and give us things that we want, right? That's how I always viewed monetization, or when I spend money on free to play games and things like that, right? Another big thing that I think should happen is they need to change the way that they do the wish system, right? Or the polls, right? The polling system, right? Because if they made one simple change, or maybe two simple changes, you not only would encourage your dedicated, hardcore players to probably spend more money, but you would also make it more easier for casuals and more acceptable for casuals to get them to be more likely to spend money on the game too, right? What I think needs to happen is the whole system, the pity system, wish system, whatever, for polls and characters, and this applies to the weapon banners and stuff too. You need to have guaranteed drop rates for characters that you don't already have, and that you don't already have maxed constellations for, or C6, right? That's what I think needs to happen, right? You need to make it to where whenever you're polling, right, you already get a guaranteed 4-star for 10 polls, right? But it needs to be characters you don't already have, you don't already own. It needs to prioritize giving you stuff that you don't already have. If a gacha game does this, I guarantee you they will see their the profits just skyrocket and go up by an astronomical amount, right? And like I said, it would also maybe incentivize the more casual players that don't have a lot of time or money to, to spend or play around with, more willing to actually maybe drop a little bit of money in these gacha games, right? Because they know that if they do drop money in the game, they're at least guaranteed to get something that they don't already have, right? You're eventually going to be able to actually get everything in the game at a reasonable pace, I guess, and a reasonable amount of money, right? The problem is while yes, you are guaranteed 4-stars, you just don't know, you're always going to probably get duplicates. It's like duplicates. They need to get rid of duplicates, okay? Make duplicates less fucking common, okay? That is the biggest problem I have with like loot boxes and just like the whole gacha mechanics and things like that, wish systems, whatever you want to call it in general, right? Is it's always just completely RNG based and just completely random, right? If they take out the RNG, take out the randomness, and players actually know that they're actually going to get something that they actually want, or that they don't already have, then they're probably going to be more incentivized to drop money in a game like this, right? The second thing, the thing that gacha games need to get better at, is actually making good in-game content. And what I mean is by good in-game content is content that is challenging, but not frustrating, right? Or annoying, right? There's a difference between making something challenging and hard, and then making it frustrating and complete bullshit, right? There is a major difference, I feel like, right? But that's all I've got to say, really, on, like, the gacha games and stuff like that. But to make global passives, it's completely unnecessary, right? I can understand making them required to be on your team, but if you just own the character and you don't even use them, or you don't even like them, but they give you this massive buff, that is going to set such a massively, massively bad precedent for other gacha games going forward. It's not even going to be funny, right? Really think about that. Like, really think, right? I guess we're playing the new Divergent universe. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, a lot of these characters I don't even have built or anything, but because I have at least one character that's level 80, right? Speaking of which, I actually do want to try something. I do want to try something. We'll go Gallagher. I want to try doing an Aglaya or like a Remembrance build or Remembrance team. Because I haven't done that yet. Who do I want as my fourth character, though, is the question. Who do I want as my fourth? Do I bring Rappa? Do I bring Rappa? I think I bring Rappa. I think I bring Rappa.
I'll be taking point.
Cut away the heart of strife.
Nightfall, what? Damage boost?
Ninjutsu is ever changing.
And a lot of the problems I have with this game, too, to be honest, are probably because I play it strictly free to play, but...
Indulge yourselves!
Thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of sleep. All lives to be revealed.
Okay, that was actually pretty quick. I won't lie. Trivia. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, so are we just fighting bosses? Is this like a faster version of
Rush of wheels is unavoidable. Cut away the heart.
I think this might just be a faster version of the Divergent universe, maybe. I don't know. In the battle between day and night, unite each other own base effects like golden blood wounds can grant you additional buffs. Okay, so they added a new system for buffs.
The soft fate. Become one. Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration. So fragile, like a wisp of sleep.
But no, I do also think I am gonna turn down the volume just a little bit. I do also think that though a lot of people are right and do have valid reasons to why not to trust Hoyo and do think that they are getting greedier. I do understand and get that, you know. Because the thing is Genshin failed. Genshin failed and went downhill, and now Star Rail's starting to go downhill, right? Who's to say Zenless Zone Zero won't go downhill also? And get progressively worse, right? And then they're going to release a brand new game, and then the cycle will repeat itself, right? That shouldn't happen, if I'm being honest. That should not be happening. Like, you shouldn't constantly be releasing new games only just to completely ignore your older games. Like, it doesn't make sense, because your older games, obviously there's people that enjoy those older games, but they feel like they're getting left out and they're getting left behind in favor of the newer releases, right? The Hoyoverse comes out with, right?
Reshape
Because I'm pretty sure Hoyoverse has some more games, like, in the works, right?
a new beginning.
So who's to say when those games come out that Zenless Zone Zero just won't get completely abandoned and just completely go downhill and turn to shit, right? Who's to say that won't happen, right? I think that's Hoyoverse's strategy too, is constantly release more and more games with more and more different types of gameplay, right? To appeal as much people as they can. And then they just slowly get progressively worse and worse and worse, and then it's like, oh, now you gotta play this game because this is their newest release. It's like, why? Why? It makes zero sense to me, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just looking out of my ass, but I don't think so. Also, why are they not doing more collabs? Like, have you noticed that? They've only had one collab so far. And then any other collab they do, it's basically them collabing with one of their other games, right? Like, what's that one game? The one, like, super, super popular Hoyo game that came out before Genshin, right? I think it was Honkai Impact the Third. Honkai Impact the Third gets crossovers with, like, Genshin and, like, Star Rail and all sorts of other stuff, but you never see, like, any crossovers aside from that. It's like they only crossover with themselves or do crossovers with them within their own sort of little universe or whatever. That makes zero sense. Like, could you imagine if, like, Star Rail or Genshin did, like, a solo leveling, like, collab? How massively big that would be? Or even, like, a Demon Slayer collab, right? How massive that would be? Right? Because there's a lot of popular shows, a lot of popular anime and stuff that could fit within some of these games, right? Or even, like, other video games, you know? Like what we saw with Aloy, right? It's just, if you're gonna do a collab, don't make the collab characters complete ass. Like, that was one thing that was super disappointing about Aloy, right? Cool concept, cool character, whatever, right?
And weave.
From a non-Hoyoverse game, a non-Hoyoverse title. And then they just completely dropped the ball and just fumbled the bag. It's like, why? Makes zero sense, right? Okay, why? In the Divergent universe, you can enhance your combat effectiveness by Golden Blood's boons. That's why Golden Blood boons once for every 4 domains entered. So is this just replacing the actual standard card system? Or is this just like its own separate thing, like its own separate mode within the Divergent universe, right? Because it's kind of important.
Cut away the heart of strife.
I feel like that's kind of important to know.
Thus our fates become one. Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All life to be revealed.
Oh, that was pretty quick. Okay, the other problem I have, right? Here's the thing. I'm kind of gonna get into the whole thing too about the West versus the East. When it comes to entertainment, I kind of want to get into that and talk to you guys about my thoughts on that, and how like a lot of games, movies, entertainment, whatever, has just been getting progressively worse over in the West. I do kind of want to get into that at some point because that's something that's been kind of on my mind a bit and that I've been kind of thinking about. That I kind of want to talk about and kind of get your guys' thoughts and opinions on that at some point. I do need to talk about that at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this stream or not, but it is something I do want to bring up and I do want to talk about because, along with AI, because I have like AI is like a whole issue and a whole thing too. It's more so of a problem, AI, in my opinion, in the West than anywhere else, just because, like, unlike, Japan and, like, some of these other countries, right, and everything, we don't really have any protections or anything against, AI and stuff like that. So I can kind of see why we've been having so many, like, strikes, worker strikes and stuff like that, in the West and everything, is because a lot of Western companies do not have protections and stuff like that for their workers and stuff against AI, and that's kind of unfortunate. Because the thing is, right, is a lot of companies, especially in the West, right, because we used to be really, really, like, dominant in the entertainment industry, right, like back in the day, right, the West did, right. This also will probably tell you, again, old I feel, even though I'm technically actually not that old, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Because, like, okay, so that was just the tutorial for that, okay. I might mess around with the new Divergent universe, too, to be honest, before I finish up 3.0 and then start 3.1. I honestly don't know. I honestly might end up quitting Star Rail or taking a break from Star Rail. Not necessarily outright, like, quitting it completely, but taking a break from it at the very least, depending on actually what actually happens with the whole Castress situation and things like that, because I've been looking forward to Castress. I won't lie. One of my favorite characters in this entire run-through so far, besides maybe Mighty and Finon. We haven't, the one cat girl, too, or whatever, seems like she might be interesting or kind of fun. But yeah, like, Mighty, I can kind of understand, like, what his whole thing is. He's probably going to be another one of those characters that's going to be like a must-pull, like adventuring, for the simple fact that you probably won't have to run a support if you run Mighty on your team, because even if the rest of the team gets wiped out, he can just keep coming back and just keep basically solo a lot of the content, right, if you build him right. I think, you know, but I don't know. I don't like characters that scale with, like, HP and defense. I've never really been a fan of that. I don't know why. But no, I want to do the normal. I want to do at least one run on the normal. What is this? Okay, are we still going through tutorial stuff related to the... Okay, I guess we're doing another run. But no, I like the passive tree, right? The passive skill tree. That was the other big thing. Like that big massive tree that you get that gives you like tons, like HP increases, defense increases, attack increases, crit increases, things like that. Like a universal passive like skill tree thing that you can build upon that applies to like all your characters. That's another thing that I like about the night effect. This effect is activated. One ally target's HP is reduced by a certain percentage. Continuously restores HP. Damage results when the day-night changes. Okay. Wait. We can actually see other people's strategies, like their builds and stuff for the universes. We'll do Remembrance. I'm building a Remembrance team anyway.
Cut away the heart of strife. Thus our fates become one.
But I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. I am gonna start branching out though. That is one thing I definitely know for sure, because I don't want to stream just gotcha games. I do want to play other stuff. I know we're doing Rivals, although Rivals is kind of hard because my current setup is kind of not great and can't really run Rivals all that well. That's why I keep having issues with it. But I am gonna still try to stream it at the very least. Because I have been having a lot of fun with Rivals, to be honest. Fuck, I'll definitely take that one. Boost the defense of my summons. Why not? And we'll do Harmony. It's not what I wanted. We'll do a domain of occurrence. Why not? But no, I might start streaming anytime I stream Star Rail. I might start doing more like Divergent Universe and Simulated Universe stuff because I do like playing these modes. Again, my favorite modes. In my honest opinion, this right here is probably better than a lot of the endgame stuff, in my opinion. Because endgame, it doesn't feel fun. It feels more like a chore, right? it's not really difficult. It's just annoying, irritating, and feels like a chore. And I think that's just another massive problem that games have when it comes to making hard content. It's like, one, how do you balance that said content? And then two, how do you actually make it not monotonous and super tedious to play, right? And just irritating and annoying. Again, it's like a whole thing. There's a difference between content that is actually hard and actually requires like actual strategy and actually thinking, right? And then there's like just really annoying, really irritating bullshit gimmicks that just completely suck the fun out of it and just make you not want to fucking play it, right? And I think that's where Star Rail's at. They just don't know how to make content difficult without massively overinflating the HP of the enemies, or just creating really annoying, really irritating, really bullshit gimmicks. Like, I'm gonna be completely, like, 100% with you guys, like... This is just how it is. Like, I don't know, I don't really know what else to tell you. Okay, what's the other one? What's the other one? What are you gonna offer? What are you offering me? Okay, I'll do this. Encounter. We'll do another encounter. Alright, what do you got for me? Okay, we'll do that one. I'm probably gonna regret that choice, though, to be honest. Your addition. And we'll do that one. Okay, remembrance. Another remembrance. Okay. That one's huge. It means I can upgrade more of my stuff. It means I can upgrade more of my stuff. Okay, I like. Yeah, I like that. I like having more, be able to upgrade my stuff even more.
Cut away the heart of strife.
But no, any game that's like a roguelike, or that has like a roguelike elements and like adds to the team building, I think is probably good. Or is a very good thing, at the very least. Right?
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All lines to be revealed.
Ow. Ow.
So
Kinda hurt a little bit.
wisp of silk.
Rude. Rude.
Time for resolution.
Oh, Nightfall. Uh-oh. I lost my buff. I lost my buff. No. Okay. Ooh, Remembrance and Nihility? Remembrance and Nihility, huh? Okay, we're doing Remembrance and Nihility, I guess. You know what? We're gonna do that. Domain of Wealth, Store, or Encounter. Encounter. I'll take the encounter. I always go for the encounters. Most of the time. So now there was a 40% chance. What's this one? 60% chance of failure. Okay, past that one. An 80% chance of failure. Yep, I think I failed that one. Okay.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Thus our fates become one. Secret technique, dazzling obliteration.
Yeah, I'm actually going to build Aglaya and build
Like a wisp of silk.
Remembrance Traveler. Or Remembrance, not Traveler, Remembrance Trailblazer. Different game. Wrong game. Wrong game. This isn't Genshin. The other thing is, too, if you lose the 50-50
Like a wisp of silk.
on the weapon or character banner, you should be guaranteed to get a 5-star that you don't already own. Or you don't already have, like, maxed out on Constellations or C6 or whatever it is. Same goes for the weapon. I'm telling you, they may not make as much money in the short term, but I think overall, like long term, it's really going to be healthy healthier, I think, for the gacha space if they were to implement and change the system and make it more generous and less egregious. I don't think it could hurt, right? I get it. Money is important. Money is everything to like companies, but when you start focusing too much on the money and do it in a way that shits all over like your dedicated, established core audience, that's not great. Like, it's bound to blow up in your face at some point. I actually thought I hit that, but okay.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Thus our fates become one. Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration!
I'm also very curious to see what actually ends up happening with March by the end of Amphorius, to be honest. Because it seems like she might end up refreezing herself, I think. And I don't know why. I kind of want to know why. March has had like the most interesting, most intriguing, like serious backstory, and they haven't even told her entire story yet at this point. And she's one of the very first characters you meet. Hell, I'll take that. Give me more HP restoration. Okay, I like the 50%. You get more healing. No rewards, really. Okay, what is this? Yeah, refuse the box. I ain't dealing with that. Combat. I don't know. I feel like gacha, like a lot of these companies, like gacha games and stuff like that, really need to change their approach. Because once you start getting really, really, really greedy, eventually you're just going to drive everyone away. Because unless you're a content creator or someone who was like has some sort of contract with one of these companies to play their games or whatever, yeah, you're probably it's like not even worth it really. If the greed gets to that much of an insane level, it's not worth it. In my honest opinion. So another nihility. Fine, give me that one. Propagation. Take that one too. What else we got? Destruction. Okay, we'll take that one. Decrease their defense. And you know what? We'll go occurrence. Cool. Just lost 100 and something fragments. But no, like, I honestly don't care about endgame, really, about the first star rail anymore. Like, honestly, if we're talking about really good endgame, I do like ZZZ's endgame. I do think they have some decent endgame. But maybe that's just me. One of their endgame is kind of set up like this. It's kind of got similar stuff. It's like added perks and added bonuses and stuff like that for the characters, for your teams. Okay. Okay, take that one. We'll go with that one. That one actually sounds pretty decent. I like having lots of money. Okay, I mean, I'll take that one too. What else we got? Alright, what do we got this time? I know I said we would finish the 3.0 quest and start 3.1, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Cut away the heart of strife.
Friends?
No, I think next time I'm able to stream, we're probably gonna play Stardew Valley, because I haven't touched Stardew Valley in a bit. And you guys seem to enjoy Stardew Valley quite a bit, so I think that is the play. That is the plan, rather.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. be revealed. So fast, like a wisp of sleep. Catch a dance? Ha!
I also don't like the idea of having to be forced to pull for their weapon, because the vast majority of people do not pull for weapons, really, whenever they're pulling for new characters. At least I don't. I rarely go for the weapons. I usually wait for like a rerun if I'm gonna grab the weapon. I just don't really care about the weapons as much as the characters, right? I feel like the characters is the main draw, not necessarily the weapon.
Thus our fates become one. All lives will be revealed.
Especially with this game, since the weapons aren't really weapons. It'd be different if it was like open world, right? Where you actually ran around and actually fought things with like a specific weapon type or whatever. Then in which case I feel like maybe pulling for the weapon would be kind of more important. Or would feel more important. Maybe I'm wrong though. Harmony, destruction, nihility, or harmony, nihility, endurance, and remembrance. Erudition and remembrance. So I will go erudition, remembrance. Why not? I'll do that one. Store? You know what? Let's go to the store. Let's buy some shit. Let's buy some stuff. Let us buy some things. Don't have enough. We'll go combat. As soon as we're done with this, we're continuing the story. The story has been kind of not great either, if I'm being honest. Mainly because, you know, of everything that's been going on with like the VA strike and the VA issues and stuff like that, and all the Hoyo VAs kind of switching over to a new studio. The other reason, again, just dialogue feels too bloated, in my opinion. Too much yap. In my opinion, just way too much. I know I've said some of that stuff before, but again, I'm gonna keep repeating it. Probably. Here comes the giant smack. Rappa's still insanely good, to be honest, for a character that came out a few patches ago, quite a few patches ago at this point.
Thus our fates become one. Thus our fates become one. So suddenly, like a wisp of sleep.
Did she just double alt? I think she did just double alt.
So suddenly, like a twist of fate.
Okay, okay, Aguaya, I see you getting all the follow-up attacks. He's getting all the follow-up attacks. I need a Nihility one, but there's no Nihility. Now we'll go the hunt. Increase speed. To being attacked, consuming HP. We'll go ultimate. Increase attack. Is this the final boss? I think this is the final boss of this run. Okay, so these are the characters we haven't seen yet, right? Or for the characters, because you got the one cat lady, and then I don't know who that is. So Cypher, and defeating enemies in battle, additional cosmic fragments, triggering one time every battle. No, what we'll do that. More money. Not that it really matters because it's the final battle. No, I like the idea of having like summons, characters with summons and stuff like that. And having like teams built around summoning and stuff like that. It could be really fun with the future characters if they do it right. But no, I've been playing a lot of Rivals. I've been playing a lot of Wuthering Waves, and I think a lot of Zenless. Those are like my 3 go-to games right now, 3 or 4 go-to games right now. That I've been playing the most of. Or having the most fun with. Also, I want to apologize about the new streaming schedule. I just recently started up a new job at a new place, and my schedule is kind of all over the place at the moment. So if the streaming schedule seems more chaotic than it already was, yeah, that's why. I like how I haven't even taken down one of his health bars yet. I still have 2 more health bars to go.
The Safates become one. The Safates become one. All lives to be revealed.
Uh-oh. Okay, Rappa getting in some follow-up attacks. I really do need to start farming for more artifacts, or not artifacts, farming just for more mats and stuff. It's just been really difficult lately. Even more so than before, because my schedule, again, is way more sporadic and all over the place.
friends? Indulge yourselves!
The Safates become one.
Ninjutsu secret technique, dazzling obliteration!
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All lives will be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Why does this thing have so much health? Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. The HP inflation is insane for some of these things. Some of these bosses. Yay, back to nighttime.
Time for resolution.
But no, I think if Honkai Star Rails ends up going downhill or ends up kind of falling apart with the release of Castris and ends up becoming like massive amounts of issues and problems, then yeah, I'm just gonna not play Star Rail until they start fixing the issues. Simple as that. Same thing for Zenless. If Zenless starts going downhill, yep, I'll stop playing Zenless. And I'll start playing other games until they decide to fix the issues. My time is very, very limited when it comes to streaming and playing games, and I'm not going to play games or stream games that I'm not having fun with. Which is kind of ironic, because I had been complaining a lot about the past couple of streams about this game. So I guess kind of take what I say with a grain of salt.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
How about no? How about no? Not right now. You know, see what I mean? You get massive, massive, massive rewards for playing through this. You can get a lot for going through the Divergent Universe. It's kind of worth it, in my opinion. Plus, again, it's actually fun, unlike Forgotten Hall and all that. See, this is what I was talking about, like the skill tree. Having like a big, big passive skill tree, like universal passive skill tree like this, would probably be better than what they're trying to do with Castros, in my opinion. Or it would be at least the correct way to go about it, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can finish the 3.0 quest and then maybe start a little bit on the 3.1 quest, potentially. Alright. Switch back to Herda's perspective.
This is the audience system? Hi, it looks just like the simulated universe.
Keen observation. They share the same fundamental logic and are pretty much identical in that regard.
Fair enough.
We call this referencing.
One more stupid focus now. The audience system is divided into 3 zones: energy supply, computing, and communications. Each zone operates independently.
I will say,
Integrated via the path of erudition when
the
system is
Herda,
included.
this design kind of reminds me a lot of Lisa's from Genshin Impact.
Sending a message to Droidhead involves more intricacies than you can
It's the hat.
imagine.
It's
It
the
hurts
hat.
trials and maintenance on such
The
an
hat's,
elaborate,
yeah,
sophisticated system
and a little,
already
I don't know.
as bad as-
I see. So,
Of course. No sweat. They'll be up and running again after 3 zones are
Yeah, why are we doing Herda's
So we'll come back to
perspective?
troubleshoot them one at a time. Let's start with the energy supply zone.
I'm just a mirror, Madam Herda. If you're ready, then you're reflecting. Why is this energy supply zone so cold?
Why else? I've converted the energy core that supplies all of Herda Space Station into imaginary state and stored it in this zone. You're just a mirror? I don't need you to take on comic relief too. Where did those things come from? Whatever.
Now, why are we back in Belobog now?
Stream 4.
What's this?
Memory bubble. Mirror. Another mirror.
What in the? How did all these disgusting?
We're going to need but computers with too high a computing capability.
Also, I like how the clock that's on her waist there is kind of warped.
No one knows how.
All the mysteries of life. But even so, they can't compare to a talking mirror. What's on the side, Madam Herda?
Is that important?
Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
Clean up after yourself. With those annoying bugs, these computers will get up to speed soon. Now,
Our last stop is the communication.
oh?
Another memory bubble.
Here too.
Why are you?
Okay, I'll.
Alright. Let's go. I mean, I'm kind of glad we're back on the space station, mainly because we haven't been on the space station in a while, but
Unsurprisingly, the communication zone is where a bridge for communication will be formed between Droidhead and the space station. Aggregating the path energy of the erudition, than firing a bomb at the Eon. This is as good as tapping someone on the shoulder who's sure to turn back to look at you. Alas, our work is never this simple.
I see. So letting the space station go into hibernation is a protective measure of sorts. To prevent it from slipping into operational overload and turning into a scrap world? Mirror D.
Oh.
Mirror 2. This zone seems to be functioning fine. These puppets are doing their job and I don't see any obvious...
Things may look fine.
Madam, Herta? Behind.
Oh, heard a puppet.
What does she want?
Let me take a look. This puppet...
Okay, that's kind of hilarious.
2757.
How did you...
Shh! Don't distract me when I'm checking the puppet's parameters. That's strange.
Her literal dress is like a key. Is like a key, kind of. There's references to keys and stuff like that. I just now remembered that her whole thing, like her whole kit, is to do with keys and stuff like that.
The replica personality module is off. That kit and the utterly absurd module has also been disabled? Something's definitely the attack. Anything, everything.
No, wait. Why do you...
Is enabled. Intruder detected. Rats. Come and help me, Mirror. Anything, everything, attack! These are mimetic remnants of the Remembrance? So they were the ones that corrupted and tampered with the settings of the puppets?
Seems like it.
Still waters of oblivion.
Stand down. How's this taste? I'm fine. My friends?
How about no?
Indulge yourselves!
I weep for the departed.
Can you not kill my whelp, please?
It too
I
shall
would
fall.
greatly appreciate it.
Egad! What a...
That's not the only one. Look,
Can't you do a factory race?
sorry to disappoint. The absolutely not module has been enabled. So not even I get to bypass its permissions.
What were you really trying to achieve with these creations?
Just some toys to amuse finding the source of the
I mean, fair enough.
These puppets no
We all
longer
get bored
have
sometimes.
I urge you.
First I'm healing.
Storms on the horizon.
Whack. Why? Okay, could you not kill Whelp, please? I would rather not. I don't know why everyone is targeting Whelp today, but can we not?
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid. Stream forth, gleam of old flames.
Yes, attack Firefly, please.
How familiar.
I don't know what your guys' deal is with, like, Whelp and Gallagher, but could you not? Could you not, please? I'd rather you not
Waters of oblivion.
go after Gallagher and Whelp. I kind of need them.
How's this taste?
Ow.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
You guys can stop at
I
any
weep for
time.
the departed. It too shall fall.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other
Go,
choice.
Whelp. Get him.
Time to mix things up.
Lock him in place. Yes, attack Firefly. Thank you.
Attack! It ain't over. Yo. Attack detected. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes!
for their pets.
Well, never strikes a...
And I think once I'm done with Herda's perspective, I think that's what I'm gonna call it.
But we can leave that for later. Well, never strike someone in the face. The same goes for puppets.
Yeah, as soon as we finish,
More puppets somewhere further in.
as soon as we finish this, I'm calling it for the stream for today. I think I've ranted enough, and also I'm kind of tired, if I'm being honest. More so than usual. Oh no, are we fighting the giant bug? Please tell me we're not fighting the giant bug. I'd rather not. At least let me heal first if we're doing that.
Should I even be?
Puppets before her were all as dull as brick walls. Mundane and uninspired.
Good to know.
Fear not, Mary.
Can I just be?
Yep, we're fighting bugs. I did not want to fight the bugs. I hate the bugs. Bugs are so annoying. They're probably the most annoying. Well, not the most annoying, but very annoying.
Still waters of oblivion.
I figured Welt was gonna die. I knew it. I always expect this to happen. Can we not? At least this thing only has 2 health
I weep
bars.
for the departed. It too shall fall.
2 health bars is still one too many in my opinion, but... say, don't tell me Firefly's gonna die. I was gonna say, if Firefly dies, I'd be very surprised. But Gallagher might, though.
Attack detected.
Okay, can you not? Can you, like, stop? Please? You guys do way too much damage.
I like that confidence.
Bruh.
Attack detected.
Can you, like, stop? Can you, like, stop, please? Are you serious? Am I gonna have to...
Time to mix things up.
Again.
If I can do it all again.
Am I gonna have to pull out March again? Casual mode, please. Thank you. Can we make this a little bit easier? Like... God, I don't know why they had to do such insane damage. So... The idea of difficulty is increase the amount of health the enemies have, and increase the damage that they do. That is not difficulty. That is not difficulty. That is just an annoying pain in the ass, is what that is. Whoever's in charge of the difficulty, man, like, they really need to get it together, or somebody needs to fire them, because clearly they don't know how to do difficulty for this
I
game.
weep for the departed.
Like, oh, we need something to be... We need some more difficult content. Any ideas? Let's increase the amount of HP that the enemies have, and increase the amount of damage that they do. That's a perfect idea. If only. If only.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Attack! Attack detected. Yup.
oblivion.
But don't be melodramatic. Working even a single brain cell of mine to take out foes like her is an out.
I take it we've taken.
Not yet. It seems we've had a little tag along.
You got quite.
Sure. Go ahead and summon the whole team, Fourth Mirror. Considering the gravity of our...
We're almost done.
Parasite of the once you're reflected in mine.
The remembrance. Oh, she's here.
You can forget.
Oh dear, this is bad. Right, stay alive, and again, I can strive. Retreat into the memory zone for now. I can always
Someone has... Didn't hear me, did you? For those petty tricks of yours.
Okay, so the remembrance is also after Herda for some reason, and I don't understand why.
Madam Herta, wait. I'll spill it all. The garden's secrets, and what they're after, everything.
Huh. Is that all you've got to say while your life is at stake? Well, that's hardly worth it. Need a little refresher. I am Herda. Genius Society number 83.
See, why is this a blank screen? Why is this a blank screen? Why? Like, fucking why? They couldn't bother to do a cutscene for this? Or some kind of image for this? Like, are they really that fucking lazy? Are we getting that lazy now? Are you serious? Okay, this is a little better. But still.
You crept in here to steal Noose's memories, didn't you? And messing with my precious audience system is just a ruse to lure me here, so I can lead you. What a shame. You're only a step away from completing the mission assigned. As if. Truth is, you never think I only have Fourth Mirror following me around. Well, then you've let your guard down. Because her siblings have long been watching your every move.
Oh, damn. Alright. Apparently Herda is extremely ruthless.
A brazen thief like you two. Oh, I know. You garden folk have a fondness for mirrors, huh? How about letting you enjoy some quality time with... As for the length of your punishment, let's keep it mildly punitive. How about 100th of a lifetime? That should be enough for... Oh, cheer up. You could still do your part for this world while trapped in a mirror. For all you know, your weak path energy could just help me get droid head looking this way. Oh, I should make myself clear. When I said I meant my lifetime. At long last.
Oh, damn. Alright. I guess that's one way to deal with the thief.
Oh, cut that out. Those weird noises make me seem like I got a few screws loose. Put that little thief to sleep for now. We can just...
Oh, sweet and venerable.
The audience system has been rebooted. This is finally, after all that I have done to reach you, droid head. You better not.
Alright, speak. Oh, do we actually get a cutscene now?
The path of space. This is right. Now's not the time to walk.
Madam Hurt.
Is this... Wait, is this some kind of...
Okay, I'm stopping here. It's gonna be a bit of a short one. Tonight, again, I'm sorry. We'll catch you guys all on the next one, and don't forget, J-Bear VODs over on YouTube if you want to catch up on all of my older streams and things like that. I have all of my streams over there completely unedited, so be sure to head over and subscribe and check all that out. Check all them out. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the next one.